Okay, the David Pakman Show subreddit breaking new records, I think because everybody's home and has not that much to do. davidpakman.com/Reddit, where nearly 19,000 of our viewers and listeners participate in respectful, moderated political and news discussions. Green Blue 98 posting that the Postal Service is warning it may have to close as soon as June unless they get some support. What's going on with the Postal Service is really horrible. I had to go into the post office earlier this week, post office here in Boston. It's very, very ugly. It was completely packed. People were working and they had some protective equipment, but they are doing what they can to try to mitigate the risk of contagion. We, of course, need the Postal Service, but at the same time, the more understaffed the Postal Service is, the more people have to wait in line. I just got the hell out of there. I mean, I just decided, you know what? It's not that important to send this stuff. And I told people it's not going out right now. I'm not going to stand in the post office, for an hour waiting in line, exposing myself and other people. But it's only going to get worse if the Postal Service ends up having to shutter completely. We are depending on things being able to be shipped around related to fighting the virus. The postal workers aren't being treated the right way. At the same time, this is a service that we need. It's a complete and total mess. And of course, the stimulus package includes no money for the Postal Service. A major, major problem. There was a very interesting post by Fiddle Soup on the subreddit asking when the show is recorded and when it gets uploaded. And the answers to those questions are easy. We record in the early afternoon and upload in the sort of mid to late afternoon. But one of our good friends, Brody, who has called in regularly, put together a sort of guide to how to call into the show and be a good caller. And it's an absolutely beautiful guide. And clearly, Brody also has a lot of time on his hands. But it's so great because Brody explains, listen, there is etiquette here that you need to understand. If you hear another caller ask the same thing you were going to ask, think of another question or hang up, because two callers in a row with the same question doesn't make for a good show. Brody points out, don't be discouraged if you don't always get your call picked up on. There are many people on hold and I can only take so many calls. I love that Brody says, speak clearly and with a full tone of voice so David can hear you. Consider not calling in when you're going to be moving around in a car or whatever. It's not going to be good. And Brody also explains that it's normal to feel nervous, but consider writing your question out, which is an excellent, excellent suggestion. And maybe most importantly, Brody says, get to your question very quickly. Go right into the question and then listen to what I say so that we can have like a real conversation. Sometimes people have two things written down. No matter what I say to the first one, they go to the second one. So these are beautiful, beautiful tips from Brody. I really appreciate him putting that together. And I believe that if we all work together, we will successfully increase the spread of good phone calls to the show. And I look forward to hearing from more people. Join the discussion at davidpakman.com/Reddit.